How does a pastor decide what he's going to preach on each week? What should the message of the church be? What do people want to hear about from their religious leaders? These days, people have all kinds of ideas. Some say that preachers ought to be addressing issues like social injustice and racism and reproductive rights, and others say we should address issues that have to do with science and sociology and psychology. Others say we ought to talk about self-improvement and how much potential there is in the human race. And others say we ought to talk about anything that doesn't offend anybody. But what about you? What do you think the church should talk about? Maybe you realize that far more important than what you or I want to hear is what God wants us to hear. What He knows we need to hear, what's truly important, the truths of our sin, and more importantly, God's solution to our sin. This week at Mount Olive, we're going to do what we've been doing for years. We're going to focus on God's inerrant, inspired Word. And as we do that, we are going to uncover what we might call God's agenda for His church and our lives. We'll discover that what some people want to hear is not necessarily what they need to hear. We'll focus on what God wants us to hear, which in the end is the best news of all. I look forward to seeing you at Mount Olive online or in person this week.